You were quoted back in July saying you look forward to buying a union-made electric vehicle, but you currently have a non-union-made Tesla.
Our car was purchased during the pandemic when before a vaccine had come out. So, but we're actually looking into trading in our car now. So we're looking into it, and hopefully we will soon.
Jesus, is that true?
That's delightful.
Elon Musk.
What is that actually happened?
Of course it happened. I think this is a reflection of how just.
Oh my God!
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, one of the brightest stars in the squad, has passed, I'm pretty sure, 0 legislation, and is, by and large, seen by anybody as a complete joke, a social media influencer. That's essentially what AOC is, an e-girl. She likes to go on gamers' Twitch streams and this, that, and the other, make TikToks and make drinks on Instagram. I'm not saying this is a bad strategy to get the young vote, which is the only people that vote for her, but I think she's wildly, propped up by morons, like most politicians, I would argue, I suppose. And over the weekend, well, she tried to support les unions. Well, it didn't go very well. Viewers were left scratching their heads on Sunday morning as Democrat radical Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez explained why she still owns a Tesla, despite claiming she planned to replace it with a union-made model. Now, one thing I can say is, I suppose AOC is a different example. She's got plenty of money, but it was even when Carhartt, for example, forced the jab on all their employees. I had literally just bought a dozen or 15 brand new Carhartt hoodies. I'm not going to burn them. I'm going to wear them. I'm not going to buy any more of them. So similarly with a car, you spend 50 grand on it. It's awfully weird to make it's a little more difficult to make an ideological stand when you have to buy another $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 car. Viewers are left scratching their head on Sunday morning as Democrat radical Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez explained why she still owns a Tesla despite she wanted to replace it. The New York Congresswoman faced backlash in 2021 when it emerged that she had bought a $35,000 Model 3 from Elon Musk. I don't think it was $35,000 means she was she bought the base model. Anyway, Elon Musk's defiantly non-union company, despite several run-ins with the world's richest man, she bought a Tesla anyway. Last year, she said she would love to switch to an electric car from a unionized workforce, but viewers were left little wiser after she was challenged about her delay on CBS's Face the Nation yesterday. Well, I would argue that, this is a base model Tesla. Okay, so it is base. I would say certainly you can buy an electric car from Audi. I don't know if they're unionized. You can buy one from Ford. I'm sure they're unionized. Chevy, I don't know if they have one, but there are probably many union electric cars available. The thing is, none of them are anywhere near as good as Tesla. They will catch up though, and in short order they will. I think the Ford Lightning is a really nice truck. It's way overpriced. It should be $60K, not $90. But they'll figure it out. The fact of the matter is, a base Model 3 is still leagues better than anybody else's option. That's just a fact. You can hate Teslas, you can scream about government handouts, you can scream about Elon. The fact of the matter is, in every conceivable way, a base Model 3, which came out 4 or 5 years ago, is still better significantly than anything else on the market. It's a problem but her answer, which is wild. Is there a problem with the quality? Is there a problem with the style? Is the market just not there? asked host Margaret Brennan. No. Look, our car was produced during the lockdowns, when travel, mass, before a poke had come out. So travel between New York and Washington, the safest way we had determined was an EV. What? She's blaming the coof for why she bought a Tesla? I don't even understand. What does that even mean? And a lot of the replies, Elon Musk, apparently AOC only got a Tesla because the jab wasn't out yet. Brennan called AOC a hypocrite for saying she would buy a union-made EV because she actually bought a Tesla, and Brennan asked why. AOC incredulously said, our car was purchased during the lockdowns, before the poke was out. If that makes sense to you, quit day drinking and go lay down. This resorts, AOC makes word salad for breakfast, claims she bought a Tesla because the jab wasn't available, so it was safer that way. What? What? Huh? I'm sure this woman has plenty of money. But prior to some of the new models coming out on the market that had the range available, but we're also looking into trading in our car now, and hopefully we will soon. Who is we? Rows broke out on social media as viewers tried to tease out the meaning behind the words, with some admitting the effort defeated them. Absolutely hilarious. Yes, news of the squad members' Tesla emerged in 2021 when it was seen parked illegally outside of Whole Foods in Washington, D.C. She had already slammed the company over the millions it received in subsidies. When we as a public choose to invest in new technologies, we deserve a return on that investment. Okay, great. AOC, I agree with you. And hey, look, if you're tuning in, that might shock you. I agree. Okay? I agree. When we as a public invest in something, and I'm going to tell you why all of you are going to want to agree too. When it came to the development of the jab, do you know who paid for that? When it came to the development of the jab in the United States and also in Germany, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the person that paid for that was the taxpayer. That's who paid for it. And you know who reaped all of the financial benefits from it? Well, maybe our check's in the mail. Maybe our check's in the mail. We're all investors in the jab, right? We all invested in it. So I believe they made something like $6 or $8 billion or something like that. So we should probably be getting a check at any moment. Quote, for far too long, we gave money to Tesla. We gave them money to a ton of people and we got no return on our investment, and that the public made in creating technologies, and it's about time we got our due for it. Well, I mean, I think like, you know, do you see Justin, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says that part of the reason she has a Tesla is not a different electric car is because the jab hadn't come out yet when she purchased it. Socialists aren't the brightest people. This comment came after AOC was called out for owning a non-union made car. Her antipathy deepened and became oddly personal as she engaged in a direct spat on Twitter with the company owner, who told her to stop flirting with him. Tired of having to collectively stress out about what explosion of hate crimes is happening because some billionaire with an ego problem unilaterally controls a massive communication platform, she wrote in a tweet, "Stop hitting on me. I'm really shy." Musk replied, adding a blushing emoji. Then she tried to say, "Oh, I was talking about Zuckerberg, but okay," before deleting a tweet a minute later, because everyone knew she wasn't talking about Zuckerberg. Nice try. And I think that, like, ultimately, you know, AOC question over none of these people, by the way, AOC is an easy target because she's so dumb, and you know, that makes it more fun. But like, most politicians don't walk the walk. We know that. If 2022 to 2023 taught us anything, is that none of these politicians, with the exception of very few, actually walk the walk. I mean, look at all these Republicans who said they care about Section 230. All these Republicans that say that we need to stop, you know, robbing the American people to fund what is, in my opinion, a proxy war, perhaps a money laundering situation with Ukraine. And all these Republicans are voting for it, agreeing with it. And, you know, I think that, like, it's one of the most hilarious things. And it's great. I'm happy, you know, enjoy masking in your Tesla. I'm sure she'll go out and buy. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have money. She could go buy. I'm sure she uses campaign funds to buy it anyway. The thing is about being non-union, Tesla pays between $45 and $50 per hour, whereas Detroit Big Tech pays between $64 and $67, factoring wages, benefits, and profit sharing. Musk's car maker is also famous for not relying on suppliers for parts to make EVs, keeping the entire manufacturing assembly process in-house at the company. But that's actually good, being vertically integrated. Man, imagine complaining about making $50 an hour. That's a solid job. $100,000 a year, no college education required. Pretty good deal. Detroit paying $64 to $67 is an even more incredible deal. Paying employees $120,000 a year, that's a pretty good job. No wonder new cars cost as much as they do. I remember when there were several really nice cars you could get under $25,000. That list gets smaller and smaller every day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.